completely delivered, I think, in just one splash art, the promise in the 2019 video of more skulls that would be coming through.
More skulls.
But it's not just the splash art we have. We have his turnaround. So you see him here in his 2D glory. Let's go ahead and take a look at him in his 3D glory as well.
The pyre will be filled with blood. Yes.
Look at that tail.
Mess with the Raum, get the horn. The abyss consumes all.
So yeah, that's a minigun, which we will get into. Or what?
This is a frontline, and this is a frontline with no shield. So that is gameplay, the direction we wanted to go. We wanted to try and incorporate a champion that could sit on the front line, be effective, do a lot of things in disruption without actually requiring a shield, which is basically, obviously, what all of our frontline characters have.
You can see in the bottom left there, 4,500 base health.
Correct.
That he's gonna.
So you spin it up, and it takes about 1 second to start firing, and then 3 seconds to hit max fire rate. Ignition bypasses all of that and puts you immediately at max spin. So it's really good to follow up after some of his other abilities. And you also consume no ammo for 3 seconds.
Yep.
One of the gameplay things we wanted to bring for Raum is that you never stop shooting, except when you're using your other abilities. It comes with a little bit of a cost. His reload will actually lock out a lot of his other abilities, so something just very small to take note gameplay-wise. It is the longest reload in the game, but for the most part, not something you're going to be worrying about. We want you to just be shooting this Hellfire Gatling non-stop during. First off, what you have is a passive called Soul Armor, and you'll see it as represented by the purple bar at the bottom. So this is uncauterizable health that sits above your health bar, essentially, right? So order of operations for players shooting you is they'll chunk through your Soul Armor first, and then they'll start hitting your base health. And obviously that can be cauterized when players are healing you. So every 6 shots, he generates a soul fragment from his enemies. Pop. And each soul fragment grants him 200 soul armor. So what happens a lot of times is you'll just be very close because there is an auto seek range to your enemies. And so you're essentially in one-on-ones just constantly generating this soul armor and being defensive. This is his defensive mechanic. If
I'm reading this correctly, you get 1,500 on activation.
Yes.
Of your ability, and then collect all the rest.
So if you don't have any skulls out, you still get some defensive ability by just engaging the ability, which is super important too. It may be my favorite ability in Paladins.
Oh wow! Oh, he's going.
I will just let you witness the glory.
Cassie, get out the way.
Whether they're coming from your minigun, your dash, you're harvesting them from range. One thing that's going to come through is his ult, which is called Cataclysm.
Oh, so cool.
Just unleash it. Oh yeah. So you raise your foot and then you slam it down, creating a cataclysm in the realm itself. You have some limited turning capabilities, 60 degrees left or right from the point of origin that you started, and it also destroys shields and deployables.
So good.
He's going to be able to come through. You can see right here, Enforcer. This is your default talent that is going to be enabled. So this is when you use Juggernaut, when you're dashing around and running through the realm. You reduce your damage taken by 75%, very similar to what Ash has going on hers. Just if you are level 2, you're going to get his talent, Earth Splitter.
And you split the earth faster.
Yeah, you split the earth.
You're splitting the earth. No, your ultimate charge rate is increased by 60%. So we've done those that have followed.
All Raum all the time. And this heals allies within 40 units of you for 100 each, or for each soul fragment that you collect.
Yeah, and this, it's small, right? But it's important to note, gameplay-wise, you're going to be constantly shooting with Raum and generating this all the time, and allies can almost essentially use